All right. So once that is done, what are the core techniques? When you're right, the second thing that we need to be looking at is I understood why is GEO is important, which is Generative Engine Optimization. I also understood how it is different from SEO that we used to do in the past. But now I need to understand what are the core techniques for optimizing for the generative engines. Now, the first thing that you need to be looking at is how structured and prompt ready is your content. Your content cannot be optimized for just one or few keywords. It has to be optimized for the prompt, which is about 20 to 30 words typically in when people search for prompts. Now, your article or your write-up needs to be speaking about this context at multiple places. Now you need to give them the answer first. Give answer first sentences. Don't beat around the bush and then arrive at the answer. Give the answer first and then probably explain. Because LLMs typically take your verbatim. They don't look at what your introduction is and they don't do the work. So they just pick up the verbatim. So give the answer first. Then you have single idea paragraphs. Break it down. Break it down to such an extreme where you have typically each paragraph is talking about only one specific thing, because when that prompt matches a particular section, it shouldn't be confused about what to pick, or at the most and worst case it just ignores it, saying that this is not irrelevant. So make sure your paragraphs are talking about one single point and to the point. Then you have and then you have clear then you need to have clear phrases about sounding conclusive and being authoritative, not just beating around the bush. Then you have elements that you need to include like tables, lists, and FAQs and bullet points. Keep it crisp, keep it snackable, keep it so easy for the LLMs to understand that this is exactly what they're talking about. Now you can have tables, you can have FAQ sections, you can have bullet points and visual maps. Then you have schema and technical markups. Now this is going to be discussed in detail in another article, but these are typically JSON text and AI citation codes that you need, like how we put in meta tags and meta keywords in traditional SEO. We are going to be looking at JSON snippets of code and llms.txt file that it needs to go ahead and crawl for the LLMs to get information from your website. So there is going to be a detailed session on that. So at this point in time, understand that there are some technical aspects, like how we used to do off-page optimization to get more backlinks. Now this is exactly what we will be doing in terms of your GEO, which is adding some snippets of code for the AI engines to crawl and read your articles or content. Now, then you have interlinking between sections. You need to have an article, and you need to be cross-referencing your sections in the same page. Let's say if you're talking about FAQs, and in the article you can say, okay, this is how GEO is different from SEO, and we have discussed all those things in the FAQ section, and you link the FAQ section in the same article. So at the end of the day, it is very important to track and analyze your efforts, right? How do you know if whatever I'm doing is appropriate? Earlier, we had aspects like your domain authority, you had backlinks, number of backlinks, you had SEO scores, you had a lot of metrics that we used to look at using tools like SEMrush to help us identify. But now with AI generated optimization or generative engine optimization, how do you go ahead and track your progress about if you're doing good or not, right? So you need to understand that the primary indicator is going to be the number of times your articles are appearing in the citation. How many times are your domains being quoted or cited in an article in a result that is given by LLM. Now, there are tools to measure the frequency of these citations. Some of them are free, some of them are paid, some of them are super expensive. But technically, that is exactly how you can go ahead and track if you're doing it properly. So another important thing you need to be looking at is how often are you optimizing your content, or how often are you looking at writing new, refreshing pieces of content, which is appealing to the prompt. You need to keep on looking at these metrics and then come up with insights as to how you can even diversify more content, expand on the previously written articles, because prompts can never be the same, but keyword can be the same. That is how we got away with SEO by just optimizing for a few keywords. It is not going to cut the deal with your generative engine optimization, because no two prompts will ever be similar. So that's about it. So hopefully we will delve deep into more of these sections. more of these sessions in the coming days. But the only thing I wanted to talk to you about today is to make sure you make the attempt for optimizing for generative engines going forward. Do not get stuck in the traditional rut. If you don't do it, if you're not doing it every day, it is going to be a problem. One key differentiator between SEO and GEO is SEO, when you write a piece of article, it used to take at least months for that the engines to crawl, track, research, list, analyze, and whatever. But now your listings can go ahead and in these LLMs, in these AI engines, in just a matter of hours. Like Perplexity can rank or can cite your article, your domain, in just about a few hours, but ChatGPT can take a few months or weeks, right? So make sure you understand this, and if you really want to get those quick results, optimize your content and churn out more content which is relevant, engaging, and optimize it for the prompts in the prescribed format. Thank you so much. That's about it. See you in the next video. Until then, my name is Casey.